Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
This is Autoline Daily for Wednesday, May 5th, 2010. Hey, Cinco de Mayo! And here's what's happening in the automotive world. In another sign the industry is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, BMW posted a first quarter profit, according to the AP. The company's profit was $424 million, or 324 million euros. Sales gains in the U.S., Europe, and China helped boost its profit, and the company expects sales to continue to grow throughout the year. And in another move to help its bottom line, BMW teamed up with Daimler to work on projects to help reduce cost. According to Bloomberg, BMW expects to save about $5.2 billion, that's 4 billion euros, by 2012. And as you saw on Autoline Daily earlier this week, Ernst Lieb, the head of Mercedes-Benz USA, revealed that the company is doing the prep work on a significant number of BMWs imported to the United States. This latest announcement sounds innocuous enough, but it could prove to be the start of a dangerous trend in the American market. Chrysler is bringing back 0% financing, or $3,000 to $4,000 cash back to car buyers. That comes on top of all the incentives that Toyota is offering to ensure that it does not lose market share, and this will undoubtedly force other automakers to follow suit. You know, this wasn't supposed to be happening. Incentive wars can cripple the profitability of automakers. You know, before the big collapse, General Motors was spending $10 billion a year on incentives, which helped destroy its profitability. Speaking of Chrysler, yesterday we heaped praise on how well its sales went in April, and that generated this critique from George Pippas, the head of sales analysis at Ford. He points out Chrysler's gains all came from fleet sales to the daily rental companies, and that Chrysler's retail sales actually fell. That's an important consideration. But, you know, I'd emphasize that with no new products in its showrooms, Chrysler has to do whatever it has to do to survive until those new cars show up. I'd also point out that last week I was at a Ford press conference where the company bragged about how well its fleet sales are doing. If you manage it right, and Ford is doing just that, fleet business can be very profitable. There's a new proposal in Congress that would force the major U.S. banks to pay for any losses from the automotive bailout. According to the Detroit News, the plan would impose a tax on banks to cover any taxpayer losses from the Wall Street and automotive bailouts. Defending the proposal, Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner said that even though GM and Chrysler made mistakes, they were not responsible for the financial crisis, which crippled their businesses. The Obama administration said the new tax would raise $90 billion over 10 years. From pedal entrapments to electronic gremlins, there have been many explanations for Toyota's unintended acceleration problem. But so far, one that's been largely overlooked is driver training. Bloomberg reports that some of the complaints the company has received regarding this issue come from customers who are unfamiliar with certain features on their vehicles, like adaptive cruise control. Cars are more complicated than ever, and Steve St. Angelo, Toyota's first ever chief quality officer in North America, says the company needs to improve how it communicates with buyers and better educate them on how to use their vehicles. And I would say this starts with Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, who claimed he experienced unintended acceleration with the cruise control on his Toyota Prius. And he suddenly went very quiet after that accusation. At long last, Bentley released some driving footage of its new flagship sedan, the Mulsanne. Watch as this graceful sedan jets around Edinburgh and the Scottish borders. We've already filled you in on the details in a previous episode of Autoline Daily, but here is a quick recap. The Mulsanne is powered by a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine with 505 brake horsepower. All that muscle is routed to the rear wheels through a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. Bentley estimates that 0 to 60 miles an hour should take about 5.1 seconds. Not bad for a car that's nearly 220 inches long with a 129-inch wheelbase. As you'd expect, fuel economy is on par with an ocean liner, averaging an estimated 16.7 miles per gallon. That's about 14.1 liters per 100 kilometers. But hey, if you can afford a Mulsanne, Who cares about the price of fuel? What's the newest trend in social media that allows you to say what you think about cars in the automotive industry? It's called Open Line, and we'll be talking about that right after the break.
Introducing Bridgestone's third generation of run-flat tires with groundbreaking new Bridgestone technologies. Bridgestone run-flat tires offer improved ride comfort, lower rolling resistance, and improved wear while giving you the peace of mind and comfort you need.
For the last month, we've been experimenting with a new technology called Cauliflower. It allows an unlimited number of phone callers to join a conversation to talk about cars. We call it Open Line, and it's hosted by Michelle Naranjo, also known as Miss Motormouth, and I want to Skype her in right now to talk more about the show. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, John. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. But the reason that we brought you in is to tell the audience what Open Line is all about. What is it about?
Open Line is a very wacky kind of concept. We have started a show that's not really a show. It's more of a party line, open line, so that car enthusiasts and people from the industry can call in and just talk cars unabashedly with no fear and get that stuff off their chest that they can't talk about with their friends and family who are bored by cars.
So you just call in on your phone. It's like, as you say, just one big open party line with everybody calling in.
It is. I love the idea of this show because people can actually call in from their phone, from their car, be driving home from work, and listen into a show that normally would be considered a podcast and on the internet. And we're not doing that here. We're actually using old technology to do something very new.
I understand, too, that some of these conversations have gone on for quite a while. Tell us how long they've gone.
We had one call that went for 9 hours.
9 hours? Get a life, girl. What are you all doing that long on the phone for?
I think people would be amazed at how much enthusiasm there is for talking about cars. And when someone gets an outlet like that, the conversations can go on and on because it's so organic, and and everybody has that car passion in their veins and they're on the phone together. It's so interesting.
So tell us a little bit about some of the things that you've talked about and who's calling in.
Oh, we've had industry people, actual OEM engineer types call in and sort of reveal super secret information. We have a lot of amazingly knowledgeable enthusiasts that blow me away with the amount of information that they know. We had a guy call in the first night just completely for fun to tell us about his project of making a Chevy pickup into an electric pickup.
Well, I can't wait to hear about the next one. But Michelle, thanks for bringing us up to speed of what Open Line is all about.
Thank you.
Join Michelle for Open Line tomorrow night following Autoline After Hours. Things kick off a little bit after 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can tune in on our website, autolinedetroit.tv, or just pick up your phone and dial 218-936-6581, then enter the PIN number 11085. Again, that's 11085. You can jump in the discussion or just sit back and listen, but I warn you, you might get sucked in for hours. And that'll do it for today's installment of Autoline Daily. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same place, same time.